Hello and welcome back to Nerddom, where we love nerdy things, but we don't know it all. And right now we have the second episode of House of the Dragon Season 2. And man, last week's season was pretty gruesome, although tamer than I expected from the series. It's not like them to shy away from what happened in the last episode, but I'm looking for this episode to be the fall off from that event. You see that it's not a fall off per se, but maybe the next build up. Who is going to make the first big move, first big battle within this War of the Dragons, Dance of the Dragons? I'm not quite sure. And then what's going to happen with our individual characters that we actually care about on this show? Because I really do care about all of them. Yeah, care about all of them. They're not all good people at all. They're not all, they're not all great, morally good people. Nobody really is in Game of Thrones, ever. But the way that they're portrayed, the way that they're written, it is all doing wonders for me. So, hoping for really high quality here. We got an hour and 9 minutes. So, man, holy crap, this show compared to some other shows, I know, I shouldn't compare. But this is how you do TV. And before we get into it, if you like what I do here, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. Really does help out push the channel out to other people who may be interested. What do you think of House of Dragon? What do you think of Game of Thrones? Let me know down in the comments below. Is it the best fantasy show property out right now? Let me know down in the comments. And without further ado, let's get into episode 2. I like how that rhymed.
Urgent news from Dragonstone.
Movie length episode. That's what we get from this show. Every week.
The Queen remains absent.
Yo, I actually watched a video on this making of this tapestry and why tapestries are a big deal, actually, in the world of Game of Thrones. Like, it tells the history of the people. And yeah, this is actually really good. I dig it a lot. I still do like the dark blood of it all, but the bloodline storyline's kind of settled. So we're really into the Dance of Dragons, the black and greens now. Written for television by Sarah Hess. All right, Sarah, let's see what you got. Claire Kilner, let's go. Episode 2, baby. I love how the common folk are portrayed in this show because they're treated like nothing. They're treated like nothing. Like in season 1, you see them get stomped, thrown rocks on, killed. Like all of it is just brutal for these normal people that are living here, And I love the one that was like, oh, Daemon's gonna save me, and then all of a sudden he gets stomped on by the dragon. Destroyed his father's work.
Fire from the sky.
It wasn't war before? Aemond knew. I wanna see him fess up to it. What did he say to everybody? We're missing out on that. This is his fault, per se. I mean, it's actually Viserys' fault. Oh yeah, they caught him. Oh, they're gonna do unspeakable things to this guy. Oh yeah, they are. I want to know what she's seeing, because from what I understand about dreaming, it is she can see pieces of it. It's like, I mean, they call her a dreamer, but she's not the only one. But it's kind of like waking up from a dream where you can't remember every single facet of what happened. That's kind of what she goes through. The body's gonna fall. Oh my god. Oh yeah, she can read it.
Did you send assassins to murder children in their...
He lies. He's not fessing up to it. He usually fesses up to
my
it.
standing among my own council.
I said no.
I don't believe you.
Really cool costumes this season. Wow. Phenomenal.
My father?
That's such a good shot. Her looking that way. Oh, jeez. They're just killing all the rat keepers.
Then have someone take her down and secure her berth on the Corwin.
Your Grace.
She's trying her best to be so honorable. I'm wondering if that's gonna again this season flip. Is she going to lose even more honor? They cut out the music. Okay, so our Eric has a leg wound. I say our 'cause I'm on Team Black. He's not gonna believe who he is.
Forgive me.
No. No.
Was that hers? Was he hers? This guy, dude. This guy. Otto probably didn't see the undermining of his handship with Laris. I think he maybe has been depending on Laris a little bit too much, and Laris is of course going to take every advantage he can. I still don't know whose side he's on. We may not think he's on either side. You know, he may betray people later. I don't trust that guy. That's Laris Strong. I think his name's Laris. We see Aemond for a little bit in here, but he is going back and forth to the brothel where we saw, I think that's the same lady from season 1 who says you've grown. So she's like holding him like a baby, basically, and he finally does say that he does regret that moment that he killed Luke. He regrets flying off the handle, basically. So that's good to see. You know, it's good to see that he's playing it. Maybe he's playing it off in court to his mom, to his brother, to his grandpa, but then in reality, he is living with this guilt of basically starting a huge war. Still probably one of my favorite characters. It's crazy that it's Aemond and Daemon. Speaking of Daemon and Rhaenyra get into it, and Daemon did something different though than I expected. In the past, to dig at Viserys, he always admitted to, if not admitted to doing the one thing, but admitting to doing something even worse. And he kind of did it to spite him, you know, he always did it to like dig at his brother, versus this time he kind of pulls back. He doesn't admit to it at the beginning, and but he does say, yeah, I said this, and then Rhaenyra just can't take what happened in her name, which is something to say about warfare, about being a leader in war. You can't control every single person as much as you can. You can discipline, you can do all this other stuff, but there are going to be some cases in war that are going to be turning out bad. I don't think you can ever have a moral war. You can't. If you try to be on the side of morality, I don't know. You know, we try to be on the side of morality as much as we can. I think there are still individual people that are going to make mistakes or wrong choices. Especially in such a case as life and death like it is with war. But this one's pretty extreme. He did not give really clear instructions unless he did and we didn't see it, which I think is a little cheap. I don't think they're playing at that. Yeah, so Cheese is now dead too. We see Daemon leave to what looks like to be Harrenhal. In the next episode, it looks like he's arriving there, it looks like he's beating people up, and it looks like he's taking it single-handedly. It just tells you how strong a dragon and him are. I guess they're powerful. How powerful a dragon and him are. So that next week is going to be the shot that you see of him pulling up to the round table, taking someone off and like slamming on the table and taking a seat at the table. I think he takes it single-handedly, which is, again, Harrenhal is a huge strategic point on the map. So if he takes that and holds it, that's probably where he's going to be the next bit of the season. And then Rhaenyra. Yeah, what does Rhaenyra actually want to do now? She's patrolling. She sent Baela, Daemon's daughter, to patrol the Red Keep and all that. See where they're going, see what they're doing. But you get a little scene between her and Jace. You see a good scene with her and him, basically questioning her dad. And so we know his dad, I don't remember his name, Strong. He said that he knows it. He's not a Valyrian. He knows he's not. So let's stop with the faking. He knows he's not a Valyrian. It's kind of obvious. But he's, talking about his dad and how he was really good, a really good dude. That was a good little scene. We're starting to see the kids a little bit more. So I hope we see even more of them coming up. What else? We got Daemon already. That was an intense scene between him and Rhaenyra. Got that. Otto has now been taken away as the hand. So I think Larys Strong is going to be that place. He was already setting that up last episode. I think that's it. And then we get into the Eric duel, the Eric brother duel, which again, I lost who is who. I thought I swore the leg slashed guy was on Rhaenyra's team, but we're not quite sure. But I do believe he wins. And then, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments who was the one to end himself in front of her. Was it her Eric? Was it the assassin Eric who killed his brother, couldn't live with it, and he knows that he is not going to fulfill his mission? He got guards behind him. He has another, Kingsguard in front of him. So he's already wounded. So there's no point for him even trying to fight. And he doesn't want to be taken captive. So he just ends it. But again, was that her? Was that Rhaenyra's side, or was that the Green's side? Let me know down in the comments below what you think. It was a great fight, really intense, really emotional. You can really tell that, they really do love each other. And like he said, they shared the same womb, It's pretty, they've been together this whole time. And to have this family take them apart, when the elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. So that's basically what we're going to see this season is the elephants fighting, and more normal people or people that aren't royalty are going to get caught in the crosshairs. And that's about it. Great episode. Again, we're setting up for the war. Some people may not like all the talking, but the talking is super important. And it's good talk. It's good talk. Unlike other dialogue that isn't good. We need to track her to track our tracker. Anyways, that are my thoughts on there. Not much really, other than there is some really cool shots there too. The cinematography is always great on these shows. They really do have a really great team there. And just the shot of like Rhaenyra looking off and seeing the dust flying. Just that moment, that's some things that a lot of other shows don't take advantage of. I don't mean always to have these moments, but I mean, let's just sit a little bit. This whole episode is basically a movie length. An hour and 2 minutes or something like that? Hour 10? It's basically a movie length. So this show is giving you a movie every single week versus other shows are not with comparable things. But I'm ready. I'm ready. The soldiers are going out next episode. We'll see how far they get. We'll see if Baela reports back saying that troops are on the move, and which slowly but surely this Cold War, basically it is a Cold War. It's assassins, it's spies, it's cold. When are we going to see it get hot? Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, and everything else nerdy. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. Really does help me out with the channel. And if you didn't like the video, I thank you so much for watching this long and hope you have a good day.